Of course, seminars being held. We know that the property charter has, of course, been in the pipeline for quite some time. Tell us about how far we are at this point with transformation in the property sector.
Well, the Gazette itself, the document itself, is gone through Section 9.5, which is really the public commentary of what the draft was all about. And all the comments were already implemented into the document. So it's really going well. But I think the charter, as we always say, the charter itself is really a guiding document. The most important critical area is about really how we implement it. That's where the true measure is going to be. A lot of, especially from the commercial side, they had started implementing the property charter, and they started really applying themselves in terms of how and what are the codes that they can meet, even prior to the signing of the property charter itself. So the commercial is really moving, and it's really moving well. Although we are not fully there, there's still a lot that still needs to be done, but we're getting there.
There has been a lot of criticism within transformation in the property sector. We know that a lot of rhetoric and talk came out in 2004, and then the first charter was published in around 2007. So we have come a long way. But why do you think we're sitting in 2011? Surely since democracy, since transformation has happened at a large scale in South Africa, why hasn't it happened sooner?
Well, look, I mean, there has been a lot of protocol process. To start with, when we started, the discussion started in 2003. And in 2004, the setup in terms of the governance, the structures were formed. But officially, we got gazetted in 2007, but gazetted under Section 12, which is a recordal of commitment by the members to that we commit ourselves to the transformation of the sector. So the commitment was already there in 2007. But you would also recall that in 2007, shortly after we got gazetted, the codes of good practice came into play, and that superseded then the Section 12, which is the recordal of members. And then we applied for in 2008, we applied for a sector charter under Section 9, which is a sector charter. And last year in October, we got the sector charter. And you are absolutely right. It's been a long road, and we may not have been the fastest to implement, but we can stand here today proudly and to confirm that we got the commitment of all the members. It's always the saying that when you go alone, you can go with speed, but when you go with a lot more other people, you can take everybody along, and you can take the depth.
Portia, one of the things when you look at the property sector at this point, it seems to be dominated by family institutions and organizations. How are you going to transcend this? We know that families are very sticky when it comes to selling parts of their businesses off. What kind of rhetoric have you been hearing from the people on the ground, the business people in the property sector?
Absolutely, that is right, but that particularly is only the residential property market. Remember, when we talk property charter, we're talking both commercial and residential. Commercial is also very big, but from the residential, indeed, it is family-owned businesses, and we are engaging in terms of discussions and how they can incorporate really transformation into family-owned businesses, and what does that mean in terms of, from a government's perspective, governance perspective in particular, what that means, because a lot of family-owned business governance is very loose, and more in corporates, there's more strictly adhered governance protocol.